Welcome back to the second part of this course. We got the lingo down, so now we're going to be checking to the platform. So there's so many platforms out there that you could be using, but I think personally one of the best out there is TradingView, and there's a really nice free plan for this, so you can actually use it for free. I got the paid plan, but if you haven't got the money when you're just starting up, you don't have to pay shit. So don't use the paid plan. You can use the free plan, get your strategies right, understand the market, and then I guess invest in the cheapest plan you can get. Because I think you don't get the replay function when you got the free plan. This replay function is extremely important so that you can back test and then figure out your theories. As you can see, you can back test your theories. So this replay thing, they put it in recently, I think, because so many gurus out there, they're using this to act like it's a real trade. That's a good thing. I like that feature. Anyway, so we got this. We got that sorted. So TradingView is my suggestion. So if you guys like it, you should look into it. You should check it out. So I'll show you a little bit around TradingView. I think that could be helpful. So when you come into TradingView, you got this option where you can actually check your chart. You can search up for any, let's say you want Bitcoin, so you can do Bitcoin, and then you can choose depending on your. So if you're doing it Binance, if you're doing it a different one, Coinbase, you got your Bitcoin. Make sure to choose the right broker, whichever broker you're using, because every broker's got a separate, different pricing. Sometimes if your broker is not there, try to figure out which broker is the closest to what you do. So let's say, for example, you're doing steel, you got gold. Sorry about that. I'm mostly going with Oanda because that's very close to my brokers. So we do that sometimes. So Oanda. So Oanda is helpful. So that's how you choose your instrument. So the instrument, there's so many things that you can trade. Figure out the instrument, and then that's where you can do it. And this is the time frame. So you got your market right now. I'm in the 1 minute. You can go to 5 minutes. You can go to 15 minutes. You can go to 1 hour. And when you do right click reset chart wave, you got this. And then you can do 4 hours and you can do 1 day. So right now there's a small picture here. Don't mind it now because I actually took that picture for you so I can bring it out later on. There is a picture there. So perfect. So we got that sorted. And you got all your tools on the left hand side. This is where you are gonna, like, everything you need is right in here, and then you can add it into your favorites. So I think from here you can add your tools to the favorite. So it'll go into this small bar in here and it'll be flying all over. So you can easily choose them, choose what you need. So as you can see, it's very easy. So this is a normal line, trend line. You can draw lines. And what else? Just so many tools in here. Many people don't know how to use these tools. Many have no idea how these tools work because many of the people, they don't actually use most of the geometric stuff. But the amazing thing is, in my cool course, we'll be looking into these GAN boxes and everything a lot because GAN charts and GAN boxes is something. It's all about maths. It's all about understanding the angles and things like that. So these kind of things, understanding the right angles and then trading with angles and things like that, is going to be covered a lot in my school course, which I haven't yet created, but I'm working on it. And in a fair bit of time, around a month or so, you might be able to buy that course. But first of all, if you're watching this course, that means you're a beginner, so you got way more time to spend money on a course. So this is all free. Figure out the market first, see if this is the right thing you want to do, and then go from there. So you got all the tools you need right in here in this section. I'm not going to go through all the tools one by one because as we do everything, I'll be explaining these tools as we go. Like example, these tools, most of these tools you won't be needing in this basic course. So all these tools up in here are all for the other mathematics course because these stuff you don't actually, most people don't use this stuff, but I do. In my personal techniques, they're filled with it. So my personal techniques are filled with these time cycles and fib time zones. We do figure out these and things like that. So there's so many tools. And then I have actually these ones are favorite because these are stuff that I mostly use. And then with that, I can actually edit most of this stuff for how I need it. So I can go into settings and put in the colors and text and anything I want. I can edit it as I want to. So that's another advantage. And it's very user friendly. TradingView is very user friendly. And then you got a really good phone app as well for TradingView. So if you are just getting started, check out TradingView. I'd say that's the best platform for you to get started as of right now. So doing this video in 2025. So I'm not sure if something new might kick in, but for now, TradingView is the best in my opinion. So you got an understanding of how the tools work. We'll go through all the tools bit by bit, not in one video, but throughout all the videos. And then you know how to do this symbols, go through symbols, which is this symbols. And then right now you got time frames from 1 month to 1 minute all the way to I don't know, 2 months, and then you can actually have custom intervals, and then just so many options in TradingView, and then you might even not choose most of it. And then the basic tools like lines and stuff like that. We'll go through these as we go. So these are your basic drawing tools, and the rest go through it. What is next? Let me check out my plan. So the next one thing we're going to talk about is placing your orders. Now, when you're placing orders, first of all, you need to figure out which broker you're going to use, and the broker depends on your country as well. My advice on choosing the broker is try to choose a broker who's in your country. So if you're in USA, try to choose a broker in USA, because if something happens, you are in USA. So it's going to be easier that way. So when placing an order, there's a different lingo. So there are types of there are ways to enter the market. Let's say it like that. So when you're ready to trade, there are actually three main ways to enter the market. The first way is a market order. And a market order is what we usually use, but some platforms might use something similar to that, a market order. And what that means is get me in right now at the right current price. So that's the market order. So I'm just gonna write market order. So if what's a market order? Right now the price is at 3,777 something, right? So if you press in buy or sell right now, market order means you are actually gonna enter the trade right now at this second, whichever the quickest second your broker will get you in. So probably in this second or in the next 2-3 seconds, right? So that's market order. And then you have a limit order. Limit order says, I only want to buy if the price drops to this lower level, or I only want to sell if the price rises to this higher level. So it's a passive order. So a limit order says, I want to buy if the price order drops to this level. So I want to buy if the price comes here. I want to buy and I want to do this. If the price comes here, I'm going to buy here. So limit order here. Or this also could be, I only want to sell if the price rises to a certain level. So I want to sell, let's say, if the price rises to here, to 3,000, 1,000, 3,183 something. So I want to sell if the price reaches here. And this is a limit order. So right now, you know what a limit order is. And there's also another option called the stop order. So if the price breaks above this level, I want to buy. That's a stop order. So let's say price starts to go up and the price breaks above this level, I want to buy. That's a stop order. And if the price breaks below this level, let's say the price keeps going down and breaks below this level, I want to sell. So it's usually used to enter on a breakout. So that's called a stop order. So that's a lingo for placing your trades. Like I said, different platforms, they got their own lingo sometimes, but most of the time it's the same thing. Market order, limit order, stop order. It's the same thing again and again. So that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.